my fellow Americans.
Why the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side.
Well, there was too many chicken lovers on one side. Get away.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. This is Wednesday, August 26, 2020. I'm Board President Nancy O'Kelly, and I'm calling this meeting to order at 6:33 p.m. And we are first going to be in open session, and the first item is comments on closed session agenda items. Any person wishing to speak on any item on the closed session agenda will be granted 3 minutes. Do we have any, Dr. Avila?
We do not.
We do not. Okay. Then the next item would be to move into closed session. And as provided by law, the following are the items for discussion and consideration at the closed session of the board meeting. Can I first have a motion to move into closed session?
Martinez.
Second,
Walker.
can I have a second? Okay. And the items are public employee employment, discipline, dismissal, release, reassignment of employees, Government Code Section 54957. The second item is student expulsions, reinstatements, and expulsion enrollments. The third item is conference with labor negotiators, agency designated representatives, Cuauhtemoc Avila, EDD, Superintendent, Rhea MacGyver-Gibbs, ED, Lead Personnel Agent, Personnel Services, and Rhonda Kramer, Lead Personnel Agent, Personnel Services. Employee organizations are California School Employees Association, Chapter 203, CSCA, Rialto Education Association, REA, and Communication Workers of America, CWA. All right, so with that, can we have a vote by board members to move into closed session? My vote is aye. Ms. Walker? Aye. Your vote? Aye. Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Ayala?
Aye.
And Mr. Montes? Mr. Montes?
Aye. Aye.
Good. All right. Okay. So we are moving into closed session at 6:35 p.m.
Okay, Mrs. O'Kelly and rest of the board, we're back on.
Okay, is everybody here?
Walker's here.
Ayala's here.
Okay. Good.
Martinez here.
Good.
Hello?
And that's Edgar. Okay, so we're all here. All right, first thing we have to do is adjourn closed session. Can I have a motion to adjourn closed session?
So moved, Walker.
Okay, can I have a second?
Martinez.
Okay, vote by board members to adjourn closed session. For me, it's an aye. Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Ayala?
Aye.
And Mr. Montes? Mr.
Aye.
Montes? Okay. And the time is 7:04 p.m. All right. Open session is reconvening at 7:04 p.m. And first, we have the Pledge of Allegiance, which, to avoid confusion, I will state, and if everybody else will just stand and hold their hand over their heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, next item, report out of closed session. Do we have a report out of closed session, Dr. Avila?
We do not.
Okay. Then next, we move on to adoption of the agenda. And before we adopt the agenda, I have something I have to read out. There is a request to pull business and financial consent item number E4.12, approval to use virtual environment platform for district events. That item is being pulled from the agenda. Okay, can I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So move, Montes.
And can I have a second? Does somebody
Walker,
want a
second.
Thank you. And vote by board members. For O'Kelly, it's an aye. For Ms. Walker?
Aye.
For Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Ayala?
Aye.
And Mr. Montes?
Aye.
Okay. The next section is presentations, and of course there are none. We move on to public comments from the floor. And then at this time, any person wishing to speak on any item not on the agenda will be granted 3 minutes. Do we have any comments, Dr. Avila?
Yes, we have one. So it reads, thank you, Dr. Avila and the Rialto Unified School District for the nutritional food department, who has been such a blessing for my family, the community and children I care for at my child care center. Their service and sacrifices made on our behalf has not gone unnoticed. I am grateful for their commitment to serve our community. Sincerely, Mrs. Kenya Gray. And that's all we have.
Okay.
And may
Here
I
we
just
go
add
on.
a comment to that?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. O'Kelly. Dr. Avila, I too want to thank you, because without your support, without your full, open-hearted support of the Nutritional Services Department and the Nutritional Services staff, they would not be able to do what they do and enjoy what they do. So I too want to thank you for that.
Thank you. That's appreciated.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Montes. Okay, we're moving on to public comments on agenda items. Any person wishing to speak on any item on the agenda will be granted 3 minutes.
We
Do
have
we
none.
have any?
Sorry about that, Mrs. O'Kelly. No, we have none.
Okay. Next is comments from association executive board members. Do we have any from REA? Any comments from REA?
Yes, we do. It says, thank you for the opportunity to make a few comments this evening. I want to thank the superintendent and his team for realizing the time, work, and personal money spent by our educators to make distance learning a success. Our members were thrilled with the recent stipend. We also thank you as a school board for your support. We will continue to work collaboratively with all stakeholders to continue with a quality instructional program despite the additional obstacles thrown our way. Thank you all for your time and leadership. Lisa Lambert.
Okay, thank you. Next, do we have any comments from the California School Employees Association, CSEA?
We do not.
Okay, do we have any from the Communication Workers of America, CWA?
We do not.
Or the Rialto School Managers Association, RSMA?
We do not.
Okay. So now it's time for comments from the superintendent. Go ahead, Dr. Avila.
Thank you, President O'Kelly. And hello, everyone. And as everyone might be aware, our district is going through a malware experience that has necessitated the shutdown of our computer systems. Our team has been working nonstop to correct this matter and are making it possible for a gradual and speedy recovery. We have chosen extreme caution to shut down our computer system, which has resulted in a major disruption to district operations and especially to teaching and learning. Even having this meeting was a challenge, but staff rose to the occasion to make it possible for us to transmit this meeting. And some may ask, why have we not been able to restore Bridge Academy online learning, but we're able to carry on with a board meeting, in part because of the complexity of this matter and being able to set up one computer and Wi-Fi through an external source is a little bit easier than setting up for the 24,000 students and 3,000 employees that we currently have. So it is a challenge, but to be able to restore us back to normal, but to do so for a meeting is, while it is a challenge, it's not as much as the entire district. So I do want to be able to share that with you. And I do ask once again for extreme patience, as this type of incident is very complicated and involves a very methodical step-by-step process to return us to where we were prior to the incident. We cannot share too much as there's a lot of unanswered questions as we speak. We do not know the extent of the impact beyond the precautionary shutdown and do not want to worsen this matter by discussing it prematurely. District has invested heavily in cybersecurity, and based on what I know at this point, I am confident that we will emerge from this very, very soon. Since late March, I have asked staff, students, and families for patience, understanding, and kindness, and the response has been overwhelmingly one of unity and strength, as together we weathered the major disruption to our family life, work, and education that resulted from the arrival of COVID-19. Together, we transitioned to a good start of the new school year with plentiful support for Bridge Academy, and then the shutdown of all systems happens. But our strength and character as an educational community would not be weakened by this. It will only strengthen our resolve. Our focus remains in place and our spirit remains unwavering. And rest assured that we will be much better for this series of misfortunes, including the disruption to our technology system. Our body, soul, and spirit will be balanced and inseparable. Our senses will be sharper, our perception, understanding, and knowledge will be more profound, and our kindness and pursuit of happiness will be unmeasurable. Please be reminded that our Bridge Academy or online instruction for grades pre-K through 8th grade will resume this Monday. High school will resume in the coming weeks. And I want to send you all my love and gratitude to each of you for your understanding. And On another note, I do want to wish Mr. Edgar Montes happy birthday. I understand he'll be celebrating a birthday in the coming days. So congratulations and happy birthday, Mr. Montes. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
21 years old. 21.
I didn't think you were that old, Edgar. Okay, we now have comments from members of the Board of Education. Let's start with Mr. Ayala. Comment?
Okay, thank you, President O'Kelly. I just want to remind everyone that, there are some difficult challenges out there, without a doubt. But let's not forget that we still have to keep focused on balancing our budget. We still have, up to $16 million to figure out how we're going to balance. I know we have, some sticks in the fire, but we need to make this one of our major priorities and not wait till the last minute. Because if we wait till the last minute, we become very vulnerable, and we could get blindsided. And as a result, other districts, they just take the easy route, and they just lay off massive staff and employees, and they just wake up the next day and pretend nothing happened and business as usual. I beg that we do not follow some of these other districts' examples, and that we remain proactive and continue to make this a priority along with the other problems that we have, and come up with solutions, concrete solutions now, so that we can meet our positive reports with the county. So that's my comment for tonight, and everybody be safe, and my heart goes out to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ayala. Okay, let's hear from the birthday boy, Mr. Montes.
Thank you, Nancy O'Kelly, President, and thank you, Dr. Avila, for wishing me a happy birthday. I want to thank REA President Lisa Lindbergh for wishing me a happy birthday, and everybody else. I appreciate it. Yes, this Saturday I will be 41, and going on 10 years here with the board, with the district. It's been really quite a ride. Lots of ups and downs, but I have no regrets. It's been an honor for me to serve with our school board colleagues. It's been an honor for me to serve on the school board for the community, and it's been an honor for me to support and help as best as I can our staff, our teachers, and our administrators. I know I don't always get it right. I know I don't always agree with what's going on. Sometimes I go against the grain, but I always try to do my best, and I'll continue to do so as long as I'm on the board. I want to congratulate everybody who's made a decision to run for election this November. I want to thank Ms. O'Kelly and Mr. Martinez for deciding to run for re-election. I wish them the best. They have my full support. I want to congratulate the people who have decided to step up to the plate, and I wish them the best. I want to thank Joe Ayala for all of his years and all of his hard work on the board, and a little saddened that he decided not to run for re-election, but that's okay. We can't be greedy. We know he likes to golf, and he's got grandchildren. He wants to dedicate time to his family, so definitely respect his decision to run for re-election, and we'll continue to work from here until November, just as hard as he always has. And I want to just say thank you, Ms. O'Kelly, to you and to everybody really for letting me be a part of such a wonderful district and such a wonderful team. I'm very proud and happy of Dr. Avila's leadership. He hasn't let us down. He hasn't let me down. And I don't think he's let the community down. And we continue to learn. We continue to grow. This recent episode of hacking our district is a little embarrassing, but it can happen to anyone. It happens to Fortune 500 companies. It happens to big corporations. It happens to the U.S. government. It can happen to anyone, and we shouldn't dwell so much on it. We shouldn't feel too bad about it. It's a minor setback. Maybe it's a small blessing in disguise. I know there were some parents and some students who, could use the small break. And it's unfortunate for those who were just getting the hang, who were starting to just catch up on the distance learning, and then to have to take a setback. And then for others who weren't caught up, maybe it's a blessing in disguise to kind of get used to the new norm with our distance learning and with our in-home schooling. A big thank you to all of the teachers, the administrators, the district, everyone who's working really hard to provide the best education possible to our students. Big thank you to all the teachers, those who decide to go to the school sites and teach as best as they can their class online, and then those who do it at home too, and those who do both. Big thank you to the staff. I drive by, since we live in the community, we drive by the schools and we see cars, during work hours there. Maybe it's not full, but you have a handful of cars there. There's people there working, doing something at the school sites, and we can't wait to get back to normal. But in the meantime, it's better to be safe than sorry. Let's continue to be precautious. Let's continue to use protective, equipment and take protective measures, and hopefully this all will boil over. So I know I've gone on for a long time, so thank you again. And if I could have a birthday wish, I'll share. It's just that we continue to remain safe and ride this out for as long as we have to until we can open back up safely. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Montes. Okay, next comments from Mr. Martinez.
Thank you, President O'Kelly. I hardly echo all of the comments from the other board members. I am going to miss you, Mr. Ayala. Always looking across and seeing your smiling face. I've had a lot of positive energy and comments from our staff family, and I appreciate that, on how school was opened and how things went. And then we ended up with the mitigation issue, the malware. I'd like to thank our IT department, specifically Beth Ann Scantleberry, for their full, robust mitigation response. I support the Rialto response plan, and I'm grateful to our response team partners for all of their help. Mitigation can either be done quickly or done correctly. We have to make time to do it right, or we will be doing it again. Thank you, and everyone stay safe. Madam President, back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Okay. Next, I'll hear comments from Board Vice President, Ms. Walker.
Thank you, President O'Kelly. And I'm going to be short because I'm having a little coughing bout. Just to all the parents and the staff, just be patient with us. We want to get this back on, as far as the technology back on board, to serve your students just as much as you want to as well. So just be patient. We're with you, and as much as we can do, we're here to help you to move through this particular barrier that we're facing. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. And now it's on to me. And I would just like to say, well, first of all, I want to say that I'm very sad that Mr. Ayala is leaving the board. He is a fixture on the board, and we will miss you very much, Mr. Ayala. But we wish you all the best and hope you have fun with whatever you're going to be doing, other golfing and grandchildren. I also want to thank the IT department for jumping on this immediately and getting it to at least the point where it is at. And I hope the rest of it goes smoothly so that we can move forward. It seems like everything is against school right now for us, but I want all the kids and the parents and the teachers. I have to say, the resilience of our district is amazing. Our teachers are amazing. The parents are amazing. And the students are amazing because they've adapted to all these different changes in their lives. And it's not easy, but you are handling it all very well. And we thank you for that, and we appreciate you. And at least we will have the majority of the kids back on Monday, and we will be working feverishly to get our high school kids back online. And I'm very happy that despite our being hacked, our schools will be up and running on Monday, our elementary and middle schools. And Beth Ann and IT, again, thank you very much. And Derek, everybody who's taken part in this investigation, we deeply appreciate your commitment and your timeliness in jumping on this before it got any worse. Okay, the next agenda item is the public hearing, which we have none, and we move on to the consent calendar. All items on the consent calendar will be acted upon in one motion unless pulled by Board of Education members or the superintendent for individual action. Is there a motion to approve the consent calendar?
So moved, Martinez.
Okay, we did amend it, so I should have said motion to approve the agenda as amended. And now I'm trying to find, okay, here it is. 4.12 was pulled, so that will be voted on separately. Or no, it won't be voted on, it will just be pulled. All right, so Edgar, you move to approve the consent calendar. Is there a second to approve the consent calendar except for item 4.12?
Martinez, as amended.
Thank you. All right, is there any discussion on any of these items?
Not from Montez.
Okay, well then let's take a vote. For me, it's an aye to approve the consent calendar as amended. Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Ayala?
Aye.
And Mr. Montes?
Aye.
Okay. So we now move on to discussion action items. Okay, the first one is F.1, agreement with Panorama Education. And Is that the same as the item that was pulled? The item that was pulled was on the consent calendar, but this one sounds similar.
It's a separate item, Mrs. O'Kelly.
Okay. Approve an agreement with Panorama Education to provide social emotional learning measures and/or the Student Success Platform effective August 27, 2020 through June 30th, 2021 at an average cost of $845 per elementary school and $1,980 for each middle school for the social emotional learning measure only. For those schools purchasing the social emotional learning measure and Student Success Platform, the average cost per elementary school will be $4,240, and for middle schools, it will be $8,460, and $14,480 for high schools. The total overall cost is not to exceed $112,626.50 and will be paid from General Fund, the Site Title I funds. Now, I had a question on this. Since we first got it in 2018, do we have any type of data that shows how effective this program has been?
So we do have staff on standby that is ready to respond or answer any questions you might have. So Carol Mahachko, are you there?
Hi, Dr. Avila. This is Carol Mahachko, Academic Agent for Special Programs. As far as the specific data, Ms. O'Kelly, it's been more focused on surveying our students, which basically all the sites using it, they're getting in-depth data on the social emotional needs of the students. And there's also some factors that teachers can have that data as well. And it helps to match those students with services they might need, like, references to maybe other counseling, things like that. It also helps engaging how they're employing PBIS. The student success is more robust, and some of the sites have chosen to use that because there's deeper tools that teachers and administrators can dig into to getting into these measures. So it's more about monitoring and having that vehicle of having that data, because there's no other outlet with the exception of the California Healthy Kids survey that we do every other year.
Well, how and when do they do this? I mean, is it, does somebody come in and work with them or survey them, or how does it go?
It's an all completely online platform. So the students log in, they're able to do the assessment again independently without any kind of somebody else having to administer it to them. And then it has a very, easy to use interface to sort through the data, to see which kids are connecting with school, which kids aren't. Like I said, they have different banks of questions that are helpful, and like I said, it's used in many different ways at the different sites. The first year that it was used, it was more of a pilot, but we're actually, the past 2 years, it also gives us comparative data on how things might be improving or areas, to watch out for.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody
You're
else
welcome.
have any questions?
Avila. Mrs. O'Kelly?
Yes, Dr. Avila.
Yeah, so just for protocol, we still need to move and second. I know we've discussed the item already, but we still need to...
Right. I just realized that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a motion to
Martinez?
approve this? Who's that? Who wants to make a motion to approve?
Martinez?
Okay, who wants to second it? Do we have a second?
Walker, second.
Okay. And we've already had discussions, so vote by board members. I will say aye. Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Ayala,
Nay.
and Mr. Montes.
Aye.
Okay. We move on to the second item, which is agreement with Scholastic Education. Can I have a motion to approve this item?
Martinez.
And can I have a second? Can I have a second on item F2?
Walker, second.
Okay. And the item reads, approve an agreement with Scholastic Education for the Literacy Pro program to assist with independent reading at all elementary schools during the Bridge Academy distance learning and hybrid instructional models at a cost not to exceed $72,675. And that breaks down into $3,825 for each of our 19 elementary schools. And to provide professional development for all elementary teachers at a cost not to exceed $21,078 for a combined total cost not to exceed $93,753, effective August 27th, 2020, through June 30th, 2021, to be paid from the General Fund District Title IV funds. Okay, is there any discussion on this item?
And just briefly with me, Mrs. O'Kelly, if I may, as with the previous item, this one is District Title IV monies. The previous item was Title I. Keep in mind that the new funding structures by the county, the Title Is and the different title monies fall under the general fund title, but they're not technically Title I monies. I mean, general fund monies. It's only to distinguish it from other sources of money that are not necessarily part of the title program.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll take the vote then. For me, it's an aye. Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Ayala?
It's a nay.
And Mr. Montes?
Aye.
Okay, and the next item is the reinstatement of the expulsions. Can I have a motion to, can I have a motion for this item to approve?
So move, Walker.
Can I have a second? A second on the reinstatement item?
Martinez.
Okay, and the case numbers, they were sent to us, I think on a separate sheet of paper, but it was 19-20-41, 18-19-46, 18-19-28, 18-19-12, 16-17-66, and 16-17-44. These are all reinstatements. They have all met all their requirements to be reinstated. So can we have a vote by board members? For me, it's an aye. Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Ayala?
Aye.
And Mr. Montes?
Aye.
And that carries us over to adjournment, and I have something to read. Before we adjourned, we are adjourning the meeting in honor of Miss Elizabeth Nahira, a retired bilingual instructional assistant of 27 years at Morgan Elementary School. Ms. Nahira passed on August 9th due to complications of congestive heart failure. She was 73 years old. Miss Nahira, who was born in El Paso, Texas, lived in the city of Rialto for 36 years. The dedicated educator is survived by her daughter, Gloria Ruiz of Rialto, her son, Richard Nahira of Redlands, 4 grandchildren, and 9 siblings. The district is deeply saddened at the passing of Miss Nahira, so our thoughts and condolences are with the Nahira and Ruiz families in their time of great loss. Please join me for a moment of silence as we adjourn our August 26th Board of Education meeting in honor of Ms. Nahira. Thank you. So at this point, let's... Okay, and now I will move on with adjournment. The next regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Rialto Unified School District will be held on September 9th, 2020 at 7:00 p.m., telephonically and via streamlined only. Materials distributed or presented to the Board of Education at the board meeting are available upon request from the Superintendent's office. Is there a motion to adjourn? So moved. I think I heard Ms. Walker first. Can I have a second to adjourn?
So moved, Montes.
Okay. And the vote. For me, it's an aye. For Ms. Walker? Aye. For Mr. Martinez?
Happy birthday, Mr. Montez. Aye.
Thank you.
For Mr. Ayala?
Aye.
And for Mr. Montes, happy birthday. But I'm sure it's an aye to adjourn.
Aye.
Okay. So this meeting is adjourned at 7:40 p.m.